I'm Katie Clancy, Chief House Hawker at the Cape House at William Ravis.
And I'm Sarah Lapsley-Martin of Kinlan Grover Real Estate, and this is What's Good Cape Cod, where we show you Cape Cod through the eyes of a couple of locals.
Each episode, we introduce you to a person, a place, or a thing that we think you should check out. What is our What's Good Cape Cod person that we think you should know about?
So our person this episode is Emily Hutchinson, and she is an artist. On social media, it's EJ Artistry, and she does resin art. So it's beautiful resin that it looks like a wave. She puts it on cutting boards and coasters and clocks. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. So I love following her on social media.
Yeah.
And she's just a total boss babe. She just recently this year quit her job so she could fulfill, her dream of doing this art, which I think is amazing. Obviously a very scary thing for people to do, but good for her. And it seems like so far it's working out great for her, which is amazing. So the reason she's our person is she was doing, a really cool thing of giving back to the community. So she actually started making, ID reel badges for, people that work in healthcare that have their badge on there. And she did her resin art on the ID badge. So it's just so beautiful for someone to wear. And she actually donated them to the Cape Cod and to Falmouth Hospital.
Yeah, so I first saw her stuff at the Love Live Local Fest, one of them this year. It might have been the Christmas one. And they absolutely blow your mind. And I love the concept because I wish one of us had one where we could show.
I know.
It's the cutting board, because the cutting board looks like the beach, and then it's like you're looking over at the beach and you can see the wave rolling in with this resin. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And the fact that she's turned these, and I've noticed people bought piles of these ID badge, like it's almost like a charm that you're grabbing because these guys have to pull their badges out all the time. And it's just a pretty thing. But I'm noticing at least one friend online who bought a bunch of them and then was just bringing them to the hospital and handing them out. It just so awesome. And she must be like, oh my God, I quit my job in January, and then she has an epidemic in March, whatever, pandemic.
And I think, a lot of people are going on her social, actually buying things as more people are at home looking at their phones. And like you said, her art it's just gorgeous. I wish I had something to hold off. One of her newest designs, she names the beaches. So one was like a Caribbean. So her newest one is Cape Cod, and it truly looks like a wave on Cape Cod. It's just beautiful artwork.
Oh, well, we'll share links and info on how to see her. Okay. All right. So that was our What's Good person. What is our What's Good Cape Cod place this episode?
So our place this episode is Truro Vineyards, which, we might not be able to visit right now, but they are doing curbside pickup. So you might have seen in the store, it's a lighthouse shaped blue bottle. So that was their original wine that they did. They now have expanded their line. They have, regular shaped bottles. They actually have a rosé in a can. And they've really just added to their line. They're also doing South Hollow Spirit. So they have a rum and a gin. So that's a local rum and gin that you can purchase. And the really cool thing that they're also doing right now is making hand sanitizer, which of course we all need right now.
Yeah, that's a very super cool thing that a lot of like the distilleries, they have the capacity to do that, and they have the alcohol and whatnot. So I'm really happy to see that, because I have had a hard time getting hand sanitizer.
And it's something cool. It's something that, once everyone is allowed to go back to places, they do networking events there. I've been there for Cape Cod Young Professionals networking events. They also have a music festival, Vinegrass, there, which I'm sure we'll talk about on another episode because I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a little way down the road, but it's a great place to visit, and just right now, support them and get curbside pickup.
Curbside pickup of wine. Who doesn't like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was our place. What is our What's Good Cape Cod thing that we want to talk about this week?
So our thing is just, so many of us have extra time on our hands that we might not always have, and the weather's getting nicer. So just get outside, enjoy nature, and get to planting. So, we would suggest, of course, shopping local. Many of these places, if they're not open, you can call ahead and do curbside pickup. Country Gardens, Agway, Mahoney's, there's so many different places. I actually had gone and picked up at Mahoney's the other day some some dirt just so I could plant some raspberries,
You're
you
such a
know, some
gardener,
dirt.
Sarah.
Secretly, I have a black thumb. My sister got was a landscaper. She has all the green thumb. I've got the black thumb, but I try. So I might be going to Country Gardens or wherever it is more often to get replacement plants, but I try and I like to do it.
You know, it is a really good idea. My daughter and I planted a bunch of seeds. We started a bunch of seeds a couple of weeks ago and put a few of them outside, and they're doing okay. Some of them might have put them out a little early, but just today, my daughter and her dad, my husband, built this huge planter, and our next event is to figure out what are we going to put in it. Yeah. So we're trying to figure that out. I'm hoping that we make a good choice, but yes, you're absolutely right. And I have to tell you, with the lockdown and the stay at home and all that stuff, this is the first time in years that I've taken the time to do that, to plant seeds and actually watch them grow and keep them alive and all that stuff. So, there are some good things, and I think that's a really good advice for what people could do. And it's definitely a good thing to do on Cape Cod right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. So that's our person, that's our place, that's our thing that we think you should check out on Cape Cod. And if you keep tuning into us, before long, you're going to know Cape Cod as well as we know Cape Cod.